Dwayne Johnson is arguably the biggest global box office star of this generation, from rising to the top of the wrestling industry not once but twice, to starring in huge global box office hits from Fast and the Furious to most recently Black Adam. And due to him being one of the most famous men on the planet, there's a lot of pressure behind him, and it may have caused him to manipulate the truth and the narrative behind his success on multiple occasions. In this video essay, I'm going to go over the numerous times Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson may have acted in an unethical manner in order to save his brand. The first instance I'm going to talk about was recently brought up by YouTuber and entertainer Logan Paul. He spoke of his former relationship with The Rock and the shocking way in which it ended, which left him quite unhappy as growing up Dwayne Johnson was one of his heroes. Logan Paul said prior to him being cancelled for the suicide forest incident in Japan, he and The Rock were close acquaintances, and he would even call him a friend. They had done numerous videos together and spoke frequently enough to develop a personal relationship that it would extend further than work or entertainment. However, following the media backlash for his Japan incident, Logan Paul received a call from Dwayne Johnson's PR team, and they asked Logan Paul to delete all evidence of his relationship with Dwayne Johnson and any videos in which he appears or is mentioned.
This was one of the saddest moments of my life. After Japan happened, and I got a call from my publicist, who also repped Dwayne, The Rock Johnson. She's like, "Hey, Dwayne has asked that you remove every picture and video that you've done with him. For now, he basically wants nothing to do with you."
And 5 years on from the incident, Logan has yet to receive a call or a text from Dwayne Johnson himself, which you would expect to receive from someone who you worked with on more than a few occasions and developed a friendship with. Now, I understand why The Rock did this, and he was probably in the right for doing so, as he didn't want to tarnish his brand or condone Logan Paul's behaviour. However, where this sits wrong with me is how Dwayne Johnson never reached out to Logan Paul personally to explain why he had to do it.
But I just wish I would have gotten like a call or a text or something, because like I thought we had a healthy relationship, an open line.
And with Logan Paul being a fellow entertainer and a brand in his own right, I'm sure he would have been understanding. I believe this is to be a problem riddled throughout Hollywood, where celebrities constantly use and manipulate situations in their favour. They develop quote-unquote friendships with people as long as it benefits them, but if an incident like what happened with Logan Paul occurs, suddenly they no longer act as friends and make it simply about business and saving face. Now, I've said this before, and I do understand why The Rock did this, and I'm a huge fan of Dwayne Johnson and his tireless work ethic that has resulted in him being the biggest star in entertainment today. However, I am using this situation to represent what I believe is the biggest issue with Hollywood and mainstream media today, and is resulting in the decline of quality and truth in the art and films we consume, as the rise of cancel culture has become such a threat to celebrities in Hollywood. They have started to act in soulless and meaningless ways in order to just not be perceived badly or taken out of context. Now, I do think it is a good thing we are holding people accountable for their actions and behaviour. However, what drove me to love Hollywood and cinema was the different perspectives and ideas we received. Some we agreed with, some maybe we didn't, but having a balanced narrative and hearing other people's truths, I believe shapes society in a much more fair and just way. But now that celebrities, actors, and artists are so scared to be in the wrong film, tell the wrong story, play the wrong character, or be friends with the wrong person, soul has been absolutely sucked out of the industry that I love so much. And as someone who wants to work in the industry as a filmmaker and storyteller, I would hate to have to lie to the audience or my co-workers just so I can keep my job, as art is about expressing your own truth and not the truth of someone else, as the whole idea of being politically right or wrong doesn't quite work, as there is no such thing as right or wrong with political issues, but rather ideals you agree with or disagree with. Now, there are exceptions to the rules such as racism, anti-Semitism, and religion, but who you're friends with shouldn't play a part in the way you are judged, as just because you are friends doesn't mean you agree with all their beliefs or actions. As always, thanks for listening, and I'll see you on my next video.